Welcome back to Belmont Bunch again. This week we have two games to talk about. We finished with the Capitals game the other day, and then we had on back-to-back nights an incredibly important back end of that back-to-back against another divisional opponent, a team 1 point behind us coming into the game, the Philadelphia Flyers. And it felt like it was going to be really easy early on. The Islanders tagged 3 on Elliott very quickly into the first. Hey, it's Future Tommy here. I forgot to talk about Cizikas getting hurt. He has a lacerated knee and he's out 3 to 4 weeks. So that's great. My head's in a bubble. What's going on? I have no use of my extremities. Oh, somebody help me. Oh, God. The first one coming from Josh Bailey. Didn't look over there. Josh Bailey streaking off the bench 7 to 8 minutes into the first period. Matt Barzal finds him coming straight off the bench. Bailey, a rare slap shot, but that takes a deflection off one of the Flyers' defensemen's stick in front. There was maybe a shout for goaltender interference. I think Anders Lee got a stick on Elliott's back, but puck was in the back of the net at this point already. So it's 1-0 Islanders. On national TV at the Barclays Center, a packed Barclays Center, $2 beer night will do that against Philly fans too. And the Islanders would tag on another one after that from Matt Martin of all people. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a 2-on-1 with Leo Komarov and Matt Martin, and it finished off with a goal. I was going to just say shot because that would be impressive enough based on the fourth line not being known for scoring. But recently, Leo Komarov's played great. Matt Martin pots his 5th of the year. I think his career high is like 10, so I'll take it, especially since he missed a little bit of time and also hasn't been great this year. This is a 2-on-1 where the last Flyer back was a forward, so Komarov took advantage, held the puck all the way to the last second, swooped it around the Flyer defenseman's leg, and easy tap in for Matt Martin. And late in the period, the puck played down low to Barzal. Barzal looks like he might be trying the Svechnikov, the Michigan, the whatever you call it, throwing it onto the top of his stick and maybe trying to reach it around into the net, but sees the defenseman coming in, kind of aborts. So he keeps the puck on his stick, throws it up past the defenseman, goes around him, and smartly just gets the puck on net, just backhands it. He's in a good spot, only like 4 or 5 feet out from the goaltender. There's a lot of traffic in front, and he just backhands it, not with a ton of power, just to get it on net. Good things happen when you get it on net. Brian Elliott gets a piece of it. Jordan Eberle easily taps in the rebound, and it's 3-0, and things are going pretty well. And we're done with a period of play. Not a lot of chances for the Flyers on the other end. The Islanders completely dominant in the first period. And this is amazing coming into a game. Both teams had played the night before. You'd think maybe they come out a little bit slow. No, the Islanders hit them with an uppercut really early. But as we sort of saw in the Capitals game, no lead is safe right now with the Islanders. About halfway through the second, a shot on goal that probably should be saved goes right through the legs of Varlamov, who numbers-wise had a good game, save percentage-wise, probably in the 920s, I think, if my math is right, but gives up a weird one, not a weird one, but just gets beat head-on by Konechny, who puts it through his legs from an angle that he saw it the whole way, I believe, so you should probably make that save, so that sucks, but it's still 3-1, and 2 minutes later, it's 3-2. A shot on net. Varlamov kicks it out with his right pad, but he kicks it right back into the slot instead of to the corner, and Robert Haig, the defenseman, just taps it in as easily as Eberle did with his goal. And now, all of a sudden, it's 3-2, and you're sweating out another one where you're like, this looked like early on, you had a 5-1 lead in the Washington game, you had a 3-0 lead in this one. Why can't I have children? No. Why can't I be happy? No. But yeah, sort of the second one. Yeah, 3-2, end of 2. Islanders really no push, not a lot of a push in the second period. And the Flyers played a lot better. And now you're heading for a very, very important third period in what's sort of a 4-point game because you're going up against the team that's right behind you in the standings. And you don't want to give them an overtime point. So most of the third period, much like the Capitals game also, the Islanders play this really good defensive, tight play. You're dumping the puck a lot. You're getting it in deep so that you can forecheck and you can keep the puck in their zone, not giving the Flyers a lot of chance to break out. Very late in the third, the Flyers have pulled their goalie. We're inside of 2 minutes. A shot from the point hits off the boards very hard. The Barclays Center kind of known for lively boards. Puck bounces right back out in front onto the stick of Sean Couturier, who's able to slide it in before Varlamov can get back. Not really on Varlamov there. That's really a bad bounce, and more on the skaters to tie up Couturier. But somebody lost him in front, and now we're tied. And so just as that's going on, my friend's watching the Ranger game. And he's like, the Rangers just scored, and I'm like, the Islanders just completed a 3-0 lead blow. That's not how you phrase that, but. So the Islanders win the faceoff. They get it in deep immediately, and you're thinking there's still enough time. I've seen them pull out games this year in kind of crazy, wacky fashion. And they get the puck in deep again. They go to work. Barzal's out there. Skates behind the net with about 40 seconds left. The Flyers, I don't think... It's kind of a weird decision to have the James Van Riemsdyk line out there, which is not a great defensive line. Well, specifically James Van Riemsdyk. It's not a great defensive forward, but you have him out there. Barzal, going behind the net, finds Pulock wide open at the top of the point, a little bit in actually, so he's got time to set it up. He revs back, and Van Riemsdyk doesn't get out quick enough. Also, maybe at that point, maybe you just get out of the way because you know it's a Ryan Pulock shot, first of all, and you don't want to die. Second of all, it gives your goalie maybe a cleaner look at the puck. He does neither, and he just skates slowly at Pulock. Not fast enough to disrupt the shot, but also not slow enough to then think to get out of the way. Pulock rips one, top corner. It's 4-3. It had to be like 100 miles an hour, the shot. Absolutely, we have liftoff. It was amazing. And the Islanders then, the Flyers win the faceoff. After that, come into the zone. Josh Bailey flicks one out. Komarov finishes it off into the empty net. Komarov with a 2-point night. By the way, these are their goal totals on the season. Bailey with 12, Martin 5, Eberle 10, Pulock is 7th, Komarov 3. And this is just how many assists Barzal had in this game. So Barzal had a very good game after having kind of a rough month. And you're coming out of this game and you're going, we've won 2 straight divisional games. We're beating really good teams that are playoff teams. We didn't give the Flyers a point, so we gained a full 2 points on them with games in hand. And now our offense is showing so much life that it's never, ever going to fade again, and we know that. And the goaltending, it's been bad, but the offense is good enough to make up for it. And the defense, they'll figure it out, even though they haven't been playing that well. And and we're back, and we're back to reality.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Nashville, once again, right when you think you're getting good. Oh, what's that, Nashville? Gigantic loss. So, let's talk about this game, of which most Islander fans watched 2 periods, judging by some of the tweets I saw. And I was a bigger man. I watched 2 periods. All right, so goals. No. Assists. What do you think? Grice. Varlamov. Like a Larry David. Pretty good.
I'll insert the Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, good, because that'll be better than me. We outshot them. So, this game, you're opening face-off. I'm sitting down with my friend who's a Ranger fan. We're planning on going back and forth through the games throughout the night. And, we're like, he's asking, like, oh, how have the Islanders been playing? And I'm like, really well. They're giving up a few too many goals for my liking, but they're winning really big games. But as I'm still talking, as you can tell, I talk forever, Nashville scores 35 seconds in, and I'm just like, what? No, that's not how that goes. Against Nashville it does, though. So what happens here, Johnny Boychuk in his own zone gets intercepted, and that won't be the first time I say that in this video. That won't be the last time. It is the first time I said that. Cut! So he gives that away. but it doesn't immediately lead to a goal. The shot is blocked. It ends up in the corner. One of the Nashville players just throws it, twists, throws it on net sort of softly. Greiss gets a nice easy save, of which he would not have many in this game. The rebound goes out to Leddy. Good rebound control from Greiss. I'll give him the credit where it's due. Leddy picks up the puck in his own zone. I guess nobody communicates that there is a snarling Craig Smith moving in right behind him. Craig Smith, who scored 2 goals against the Islanders in the 8-3 thrashing a few months ago, steals the puck, stick lifts Leddy, takes it about to the goal line, and you're like, huh, he's got no angle. Shoots it off the back of Greiss's helmet because Greiss went down too early and then started to get up again. You suck. Sorry, a little bit harsh. He sucked in this game and over the past 25 games. But in general, he's pretty good, except for a quarter of this season.
More than that. He didn't even... Remember when he didn't play for like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Or maybe more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were good times. Sorry, Brittany Greiss. There's something up with Greiss, and we might have to talk about what the hell we're going to do for goaltending, because it hasn't... I mean, Varlamov comes in and it's like, I've saved the day, and he gave up a goal on like his first shot. So the goaltending is not where it was last year, obvious, but it's still top 10. Scoring in the league is a little bit higher, so you'd expect the save percentages to be down a little bit. But for Greiss, it's down a lot of bit, and for Varlamov, it's all right. It's not world beating, but what am I calling for here? I'm calling for the trade of Robin Lehner to the New York Islanders. All we have to do is give up a first-round pick in the next 5 years. No problem. So yeah, that's the first goal. Kind of rough. Beat from a bad angle, but also the defense, just both defensemen in the same play, massively screwing up. So that's a good start to the game. 35 seconds in, you have your 2 veteran defensemen both give the puck away, and then your veteran goalie get one off the back of the noggin and into the net. Good start, and the Islanders had a good push after that. Shut up, phone. The Islanders have a good push after that. Shots are 9-2 Islanders. They're down 1-0, and it's like, all right, we have a really good push. Anders Lee got robbed in front by UC Saros, the Finnish netminder, the backup goalie for Nashville. Nashville, by the way, who's bottom 5 in goaltending this year.
And before you can even remember that, Nashville scores another goal.
Exactly. A few minutes later, the Islanders, once again, kind of bad play in their own zone where the puck gets down low and Devontae has a little bit of trouble with it. It's fine. Ice is slippery, and the forecheck of the Predators jars the puck free. Anthony Beauvillier is not high enough into the slot to guard from a pass from Rocco Grimaldi. Hey, Rocco Grimaldi, it's like him and Tony D'Angelo should start an Italian hockey business. All right.
You can say that because you're Italian.
Yeah, I can say that I'm Italian. Yeah. I have that card. So, who scored the second goal? Craig Smith. Oh, it's only 4 goals against the Islanders this year in 4 periods. Really good. Don't guard him. He's bad. He's going to get to 20 goals this year, probably. And he'll have, if that's true, if he finishes with 20, he'll probably get a little bit more. And a quarter of them will be against the Islanders. Good. Very, very good. So that's 2-0. And you're like, all right, if they had a good push. The shots are 9-3 Islanders, but they're down 2-0 because Thomas Greiss has made 1 save on 3 shots. And you're kind of just like, all right, this is really bad, but it's 2-0. There was a Pittsburgh game where we were down by 3 and we won. There was a Flyer game we were down by 3 and won. So, and it's early. And as I'm thinking that Nashville makes it 3-0, this one is a 3-on-2. A 3-on-2 for Nashville that ends up on the stick of Mattias Ekholm, the defenseman. And so the defense kind of gets left out to dry. The forwards don't get back on this one. And yes, Ekholm slots it top corner. But this is where Butch Goring points out, and this is kind of scary to think about. Nashville has a book. They must have some good scouting on the Islanders' goaltending, because Butch points out the Islanders' goalies are getting beat high consistently when they play Nashville. Other teams aren't testing them as much high. This is scary. Maybe teams will watch our footage against Nashville and go, huh, their goalies can't stop high shots. This is also weird positioning from Greiss. as Ekholm's loading up his shot, Grice, knowing a shot is coming, sort of like retreats back into his crease, but that gives more room for the shooter. I know, because I played goalie in soccer, and it's the same thing. Yeah, you want to get out, and you want to cut off the angle. Make yourself big, cut off the angle. He gets small for a goalie that's not small. He's about average size, Grice, but for him to get small and then kind of like be backpedaling as the shot's coming off, first of all, you got no ability to push off if you're like moving backwards already, and it just feels like there's something up with this guy right now, Grice, because that shows kind of to me, a lack of confidence. That'll happen when you give up 3 goals in 15 minutes. And he gets yanked right there, and I thought it was the right move from Trotz. Sometimes it's not as much about the goaltender giving up bad goals. Sometimes it's about getting the skaters going, waking them up. So it's 3-0 after 1, and you're thinking, we can... No, it's over. I don't know what it is. Nashville just has our number this year, and it just feels hopeless against them. Wow.
It was a goal differential of 5 points in each game, or 5 goals in each game.
Yeah, minus 10 against Nashville this year. The Islanders, through one period, I can't believe we were only through one period talking about this as well. The Islanders had a shot advantage, but they trailed 3-0. Not many teams could do that. So let's go move on to the only other period of this game, because nobody watched the third. I didn't watch the third. I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch the third. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm better than that, but I'm not better than the 1 or 2 fans that watched the third period going, can they score 5? Anyway, so the fourth goal, let's talk about the fourth goal. This one is Rocco Grimaldi. Italians, here we go. Johnny Boychuk. I said I'd say it again. I said I'd say it for the first time, and now I'm saying it for the second time. Johnny Boychuk on the edge of his own zone, gloves a pass down, or gloves just a shot up the ice, down, kind of fumbles with it a little bit, and then passes it straight ahead to Rocco Grimaldi. They're wearing yellow and you're wearing white. It's not that difficult. Rocco Grimaldi now has a head full of steam, head full of steam, a sky full of stars, Coldplay. Word associate.
You are really trying to avoid talking.
I am. Rocco Grimaldi rips one over the shoulder of Varlamov. This is when Butch once again was like, oh, another Islander goalie gets beat up top. Okay. No, nothing to worry about here. It's just both goalies getting beat in the same spot consistently. So, let's talk about the fifth goal. Things are going great. The Islanders, by the way, after that 9-2 shot advantage, even though the shots would continue to favor the Islanders, they had no demonetized. They had no freaking chance. They did not push at all the rest of the game. Barry Trotz after the game said it was embarrassing. Some of the veteran guys let them down, and I'm immediately looking at Johnny Boychuk and Thomas Greiss and everybody else on the team. But, oh, by the way, interesting for the lineups, they shook up the lineup, and they didn't play Bellows, and they didn't play Dow Cole. They played basically with 2 fourth lines. Again, we talked about this last week. I don't want to question Barry Trotz because I don't see these losses as his fault. It's kind of the players just sleeping through a game. I don't agree with that lineup choice. Obviously, it worked in the... Not in this one. In the Capitals game when you took up Bellows and he put in Johnston and he literally gets in a fight and kicks a guy's ass. So that's exactly what you want out of him. But I thought it was weird, especially against a team that's dominated us this year. Weird to go and put your worst possible lineup out. But that wasn't the reason they lost. And the fifth goal was wide open in front, nobody guarding. Oh, Craig Smith for his hat trick. First career hat trick. Now he has 5 goals this year against the Islanders. Congratulations. He's not even at 20, so it is more than a quarter of his goals are against the Islanders. If he played the Islanders every game, his career stats against the Islanders, I believe now he's played 14 games that has 8 goals against us. He should just play against us forever. He'd have 82 goals in a season.
He almost got the hat trick in the first period.
Yes, he had 2 in the first.
Yeah.
But that's really it. I didn't watch the third. They didn't earn it. They didn't earn my watching privileges.
but they earned us making this video about them.
The third period, literally, me and my friend went on like an election map website and started looking at politics. So that's what you did to me, Islanders. You made me look at politics. Thanks. I genuinely kind of find it interesting, so thank you, legit, for giving me extra time to look into that. Okay, so the 3 stars of the week, and I'm also back on the side because I'm not important. This is important. Ryan Pulock, game-winning goal against the Flyers, national TV, gigantic game. Saved us basically 3 points in the standings because we were 1 point ahead, and then we were 3, but the Flyers could have gotten a point in overtime. Barzal, 3 assists. He had a really rough January and really needed, I'm going to say really as many times as possible, needed sort of a signature performance to wake up a little bit. And he did. And then Komarov, who's just been kind of great for a while now, quietly. He's a great penalty killer. That's always said, but he's been picking up points. Yes, 2 of his 3 goals on the year are empty nets. However, I don't think officially, because one of them was an empty net, but it was the goalie had left the net, and then the puck ended up right in front, and he just tapped it in the empty net. So that doesn't count as an empty netter, but it basically is. But Komarov gets a goal and an assist. He's really fit well on the 4th line, making up for the injury to Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck, really, they haven't felt that loss in terms of 4th line play. They do still need another center now with Cizikas gone. The sin bin, Johnny Boychuk for his wonderful 2 giveaways that both led to goals in the Predators game. And Thomas Greiss, what you doing, bud? What's going on? You, I don't know. What do German people do when they need luck? Don't say anything offensive.
Eat some
Wiener Schnitzel? Okay, so Thomas, get some Wiener Schnitzel, get back on your game. I'm going to stop the accent now. I don't know. The goalie rotation is kind of tough to go back and forth on when one of the goalies is playing awful. The defense is partially to blame for this, so there's a little bit of blame to go around. And it's specifically to these 2 guys. All right, I don't know why I did that. Or this channel.
You sounded a little bit like Joe Pesci there. Well, specifically because of these...
Well, my nose doesn't look like a penis, so...
You got that going.
Hey, you know? Watch The Irishman and tell me Joe Pesci's nose doesn't look like a penis. I challenge you. But don't watch the whole movie. It's really long, and it's kind of boring. And it got a nomination for Best Picture because everybody wanted Scorsese to at least get nominated. Well, yeah.
And definitely...
Knives Out was better. And so was The Lighthouse. Yeah, I'm done then.